Hello everyone and welcome back to the NASCAR Heat 5 Clint Bowyer season mode. We're coming on to race number 20 from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It would actually be the last Oval Cup Series race at Indy. So currently Kyle Busch resides second in points. He cut down the point gap by quite a bit by me not scoring very many stage points at Pocono in the second race and scoring a fourth place finish, while Kyle led 33 out of 35 laps, winning the race and winning a stage on top of that. Point gap's down to 199 between first and second. I'm hoping to do something at Indianapolis because Indy really isn't as bad as Pocono in this game. It's still not very good for me, but it's nowhere near as bad. Then below Kyle Busch is Truex, Harvick, Newman, and Kurt Busch. Keep in mind that Harvick still hadn't even won a race yet this season. And then Kenseth currently is on the outside looking in by 44 points. Tyler Reddick is 86 points back, Johnson 103, Stenhouse 105, and Chase Elliott 120. So, Chase Elliott won the 2020 Cup Series Championship, might not make the playoffs in either the Mock Series from 2020 or the NASCAR Heat 5 season mode. It's very possible. And with Bubba's win, he currently resides 11th in playoff standings, but in overall season standings, he's only in 27th. So, keep your eyes peeled on the battle for 30th place. If Bubba drops below that into 31st, that win won't mean squat towards the playoffs. So anyway, let's get on to race number 20 from Indianapolis. All right, so we are one tick up on the loose side of the slider, of the setup slider. Did not mess with the grill tape as of yet. I'm more or less going to figure that out as the race goes on, because, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. So I'm going to be figuring out the setup as the race continues, putting on more and more tape with my classic Gabe Hart strategy of make the car better by putting more tape on the front end. I should get a sponsorship from Flex Tape or Gorilla Tape, one of the two. I'd use either, I just need something that's sticky. So here we go for lap number 1. Should be the only lap we get. I always overdrive turn 1 at Indy for some ungodly reason. I think it's because the front stretch is so narrow. You don't expect it to widen out once you get to turn 1. All right, the car actually felt pretty good on this end of the speedway. Let's see how good the lap actually was. Ooh. 9th. So it was a pretty good lap, and that wasn't even with very much tape on the front end. I think only 35%. But who won the pole? Truex. John Hunter in second. Where'd his speed come from? Chad Fincham dead last, but my goodness. Hey, I'm starting in 8th. Somebody dropped back. John Hunter's now on the pole. That's John Hunter's second fake pole, where he qualifies second, and, the pole sitter, Truex, drops to the back. Oh, my goodness. We got to take advantage of this. We got a good car in the back. Wow. Okay. Already things getting interesting. John Hunter, second fake pole award of the year.
All right, let's go. Inside. Still there. Inside.
Kind of hard to start on the outside line in this game at any track, except for maybe Bristol. Whoa! What was that physics? Bowman touches the wall and the car sinks into the ground. All right, with John Hunter out front, I'm hoping to do something. Because I imagine he won't be too fast. But then again, he could shock the world and win just like what Ty Dillon did at Las Vegas, when Ty dominated and went into victory lane. I'm overdriving turn 1 every single time. And there goes Joey to the inside of John Hunter. Doesn't look like the 38 car is good enough to hold the lead, but I don't know. I was hoping he could do it. I'm more or less hanging on to 4th because of how long the straightaways are. It's all slipstream. Like, look at this. Up to 200,
Stay low.
which is not a realistic speed for the current Cup aero package at this track. All right, might be able to set up a pass on Kurt Busch right here.
Careful, still there.
Look at John Hunter. He's looking.
Careful, still there. You got room. You're clear.
Okay, the car was a little loose getting into turn 3. Hey, I'm happy to see John Hunter up here mixing it up because he's a driver who I really don't need to worry about when it comes to points. And if he scores stage points, you know, that's points that don't go to Truex and they don't go to Kyle Busch. So it's really just good news for me. You can tell it was all slipstream, can't you? All that speed I had. Because now I'm starting to fall back. Because I've essentially lost the draft of the 38 car. Where do you think they got the horsepower from? Front row did. You know, to get their car to, technically win the pole. Kinda, sorta. At least qualify second. Currently running second. And, I could do something nuts to win this stage. Technically, I could save enough gas to get to the end. If I decide to become a complete and total madman. But, I mean, it's possible that I could do that. Yeah, this track is way higher on my like list
Use it if you need it.
than Pocono
Car there
when it comes to this game. Not much as a, spectator is it very much higher, but, when it comes to this game, I'm enjoying this experience a lot more than I was enjoying Pocono. I blame the way the car feels right now on no tape. Well, at least no tape for my standards. I so badly want to run below that white line, but, it's kind of negative banked down there, so you really can't run it. And now the car's starting to, pretty much fall apart. As usual.
5 to go, 5 to go. Got one down low now.
Hey, John Hunter was trying a fast one on Joey right there. It didn't work, but he's still going for it.
All right, you're
They're actually side by side down the backstretch. Yeah, sliding. So I was going to try and full throttle it out of turn 4, but the car it couldn't. I only need to save 1 lap of gas. Well, maybe 1.5 laps. So you know what? I'm going to try the really aggressive saving strategy that I did at Kansas. That paid off.
You're low on fuel, bud. Hold your line. Got one outside. Got one down low now. All clear.
Same exact method as what I did at Kansas. Just reapplied to Indy.
You're almost out of gas.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work.
City this time.
I'd be really shocked if this actually works out.
Two to go.
Yeah, it's not going to.
You're low on fuel, bud. Got one inside.
Yeah, there's like a 0% chance this is actually going to work.
You're almost out of gas. Won that
Whoa.
stage. Way to go, driver.
It worked. Look at those finishers. I mean, Fincham scoring points. Everybody's stupid scoring points. I think we lapped cars. Well, I don't think we lapped cars. That's maybe going a little bit too far. But it definitely worked. Whatever I did worked. I mean, because of all the cars that pitted, I'm behind them, but still. Wow. Stage win.
Driver. Be ready.
As undeserving as ever. I guess somebody must have wrecked. Something like that.
That's the halfway mark. Careful, still there. Clear all around. Still there.
All right, 50% tape on the front end now, so
Clear.
we have all the front end downforce we'd ever need.
Clear high. Clear high.
Here we go.
All right, you're clear. Stay on the bottom here. All right, you're clear. All right, clear outside.
See, stages like the last one, where, you know, everyone at the back of the field scores stage points and I win, those are the stages that I really enjoy because it keeps everyone who I'm battling in points with from scoring points. I mean, who was it that got second? Suarez? So, you know, that's kind of the perfect strategy,
Still there.
for me at least.
All right, you're clear.
I might start saving already to get to the end of this stage and then, you know, go full bore at the end. But I'm hoping to pull something off again to win this stage, even though it's a little bit longer of a stage.
Careful, still there.
Well, I don't think I'll be able to save enough to get to the
All
end,
right,
but,
you're clear.
you know, I might be able to save enough to get to a caution, is the idea. Like now, I'm trying to not use the brake at all. Like, I'm just hoping to save a little extra. And that actually cools off the engine. I'll be honest with you, the car has started to handle a lot better now that I've stopped using the brake pedal, so that might just be the way to drive Indianapolis. Because, you know, me being human, I assumed that, you know, coming into a flat turn, you'd want to tap the brakes just a little to set the front end of the car to get the thing to corner. Not with this. You just lift, and the thing sets for you. See, like, look at that. The car does all the work. So we have 6 laps of fuel and 8 laps remaining in the stage. I don't think there's much a way we're going to make it to the end. Even if, you know, I start my absolutely nuts saving method. But, you know, there's... Oh, we got somebody slowing up in front of me. Not a very big slow up. It's not like he was having a real issue, but still, it was enough to get my attention. Think about it this way. A car being up in front of you is just a fuel-saving opportunity. I've kind of fallen silent because I'm just trying to save. And, you know, you kind of need full attention when you're doing that. I sped.
Gonna have to serve a penalty.
You know, I was trying to make like kind of a fake out thing. Didn't really work out. Either way, it's just the second stage. All that was really poor execution of me trying to get on the pit road. I decided to come down way too late, and did not work out. Assessing pretty much a 15-second penalty. And let's see how we do. Now we're one lap down, I think.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
So yeah, we are one lap down now. Pray for no yellows.
Nice drive in that stage.
Well, we got a yellow, so that's not good. Let's see, I think Truex got the free pass. So since I'm one lap down, I can... Well, I'm going to get the free pass, aren't I? Yeah, free pass, okay. It just makes stage 2 a complete total... Kyle Busch is out of the race.
Green driver. Almost ready.
Yes. So it's not a complete and total waste. Alright, so the strategy backfired in Stage 2. It was brilliant in Stage 1, stupid in Stage 2, but we have to make one pit stop to get to the finish. Kyle Busch is out of the race. So now this race has just become a race to put a big-time point gap, because Truex wasn't able to make up any ground in Stage 2 either,
All clear.
because he finished 38th. So the people who I'm battling with were pretty much in the same boat,
All clear.
except for Kyle. He's just way out of it. There's Truex. I ain't helping him out.
Careful, still there.
But does this mean that Kevin Harvick could make some points up? You see, I wonder, because this race is really gonna shake up the points. Even though, you know, Truex and Kyle Busch are already guaranteed locks for the playoffs,
Careful, still there.
still,
You're all clear of
you know, it's gonna really mess with the lead, especially that I have. And who's in second? Should be Truex, actually, because it was pretty close between
clear low, bud.
Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. just in the last race. And now, you know, with Kyle Busch not finishing, it's going to be pretty close.
Still there. Clear all around.
And, you know, Christopher Bell won Stage 2. So still, nobody really took advantage of the points. I knew I should have stayed out longer, because if I would have stayed out with Bell, I would have been pretty good, in pretty good situation. But either way, you know, you learn from your mistakes, but really in this case you kind of don't, because I'm never going to be playing this game at all after I complete this series. So, you know, I'm really not going to learn from my mistakes. Because, you know, logically, they shouldn't wreck every single time that a green flag pit stop cycle happens.
Careful, still there.
Which does mean I'm going to try and extend it a little on the pit stop that we have to make on this stage. You know, I'm not going to pit it the first opportunity. But I'm also not going to try and extend it out too far. I don't know, I chickened out in Stage 2, and that's why I ended up speeding. But I guess it did end up working out, because now we're up to an 11th spot. I'm beating the bumper off Byron for 10th. I'm just trying to get the drafting a little bit closer to this pack up here, because this track, for some reason, drafting's more important here than it is at Michigan, which doesn't make that all that much sense, considering Michigan these past few years has been one step away from Daytona in the way you race it. If they banked it a little bit more, it would be Daytona, pretty much, even though, you know, half a mile smaller. But the way you race it is what I'm talking about, not its size.
Inside.
Is that 4 wide?
Clear high, bud.
Okay. That was completely inexcusable to have a 4 wide moment in Indianapolis. Come on.
Still there. Stay on the bottom.
Again?
Got one inside.
All right, fortunately, we got settled a little bit easier that time.
Still there. Careful, still there.
All right, trying to side draft John Hunter right here. He's falling back a little bit. Going to try and cut him
You're
off.
high, bud.
Ooh. Okay. That was a little bit brave.
Got one inside.
Man, John Hunter's horsepower, I tell you what,
All clear.
they stole a Penske car. Like, there's no way they didn't.
Careful, still there. Got one inside.
Ooh, John Hunter. The confidence in John Hunter today is ridiculous. You cannot touch that, like, negative banking apron strip.
Got one inside. All
It makes the car want to jerk straight towards the wall.
inside. All right, clear low.
BJ. If only you could have passed Kyle Busch at the end there. Either way, Kyle Busch flat out DNFs here, so that makes up for some of my disappointment. Car's getting really slidey now. Bowman's kind of blocking the 12 and 38 cars up there. Ooh, sliding. This car is not comfortable with where it's running at all. Like, it wants to lose at every turn. Bowman is doing a great job at blocking for me.
Careful, still there.
Oh, there's nothing they can do about me sending it this time.
Are there on your
At least nothing John Hunter could do.
Stay low, stay low.
Because the problem with my car right now is I need the entire racetrack to turn. So I'm a little bit out of luck when it comes to passing somebody.
Careful, still there.
And that's just proof of it right there.
You're almost out of gas.
All right, I'm coming in next lap.
Got one inside. Bottom's clear. 3 wide now. All right.
3 wide again. John Hunter is unstoppable
All right, you're clear.
in this race.
You're low on fuel, bud.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna risk wrecking there since I'm coming onto pit road right now. You know, I'm not gonna risk it.
You're going too fast.
Okay. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with what I got. Don't think I'm going to touch the car really at all, but considering there may be a caution the moment we get off pit road, that might help my strategy a little bit more. Because, I mean, I barely fell 1 lap down with a 30-second pit stop. With a 15.7, I should be pretty good, but it looks like I'm losing a lot of spots. A lot of spots. Wow. Man.
Clear the pin. Hammer down.
My pit crew sucks. I mean, normally the final pit stop's under yellow, so they lose like 20 spots, but still, this time they lost like 5, which is really unacceptable, but jeez. But, you know, with no caution, I don't really get a chance at striking back. Hopefully we'll pass quite a few cars coming off pit road right here, since I don't have to take the access road and they do. I'm hoping that'll help out a little. Overdrove turn 1, naturally. Looks like we're going to run down Reddick, but I wouldn't expect much beyond it. And if this race is going to get a caution, it looks like it's going to be on the last lap, so it'll just end the thing earlier.
Careful, still there.
If I had to take a guess.
All clear.
I'll tell you this, though. This car has come to life with this much tape.
Wave them guys off. Caution down.
John Hunter's pitting. Same with Blaney. Why? What do they know that I don't? They're going to start way at the back. What's the point? So, late race restart, pretty much what I wanted, but I don't like being on the outside.
Green down. Let's go. Inside.
There's Truex.
Two to go.
2 laps. Denny Hamlin's slowing up.
Inside. Hold your line. Got one out.
It's because of the damage he's got. He probably started the yellow then.
Still there.
Oh no, Truex. No, you ain't getting any of this.
All clear.
Whoa. BJ,
All clear.
come on. You can do it. I don't think he can do it.
Careful, still there. All right, let's go. White flag. All right, you're clear. Got one inside.
Yeah, BJ's trying to come back at me.
Careful, still there. Those clear.
All right, we cleared him. All right, so we're not going to win. And I tried to slip under Eric right there, but you know what? 3rd place, that's pretty good. I could have got 2nd, but you know what? I'm giving it to a well-deserving teammate. 3rd place.
Fantastic job today.
Much better experience at Indy than what I got at Pocono. It's a lot funner here, even though the speed rating was a lot worse. All right, so we got a 3rd place finish with a speed rating of 101. Not a very good speed rating overall, but Joey Logano with yet another win. Eric Almirola finishes 2nd. I probably could have taken 2nd off of him, but honestly, why should I? You know, Eric deserves more than he gets. BJ McLeod finishes 4th. 2nd and 4th are his last 2 finishes. Truex managed to finish 7th. So, fortunately, I finished better than him. I scored stage points, but look at who got dead last, Kyle Busch. That's important for the points. And look at it now. Kyle Busch is still 2nd, but 691 to 933. Even bigger gap. As we scroll down, it's Kenseth, Almirola, Bowman, and Hamlin right on the cut zone. So I believe that Kenseth would still be out. Bubba, currently still in 27th. John Hunter, even though he's scored 2 fake poles this season, 33rd in points. He's got to really step it up from his qualifying situation. Bobby Carter's dropped all the way down to 39th in points. And that battle for last car. Joey Gase has been on the bottom for pretty much the entire season. But, you know, only 4 points the gap between him and Bobby Carter second to last, so it's getting intense. I had the fastest lap somehow. Sure didn't feel like I was the fastest car. Joey led the most laps, he also won the race. So, on the move, Martin Truex Jr. Yeah, started 40th, finished 7th. That's pretty good. Tough break, Ryan Blaney. Started 5th, finished 33rd. After all the times we went 4 wide with him, I was kind of happy to see him finish that low. Alright, so the point gap now that I have above Kyle Busch is in fact 242 points. My calculator's burning up, because that is a really ridiculous lead to have by race number 21, even though I only have 8 wins. I want to get 10 wins, at least on the season, because I want to get more wins than Kevin Harvick was able to do. But if I get 10 wins, that probably means I'm going to be eliminated in like the round of 8, by the way things have been going this year. Anyway, let's see, Kyle Busch still second, Truex then, Harvick still in 4th, no wins, Ryan Newman running in 5th. Now with Logano's second win, he still remains in 7th spot. Matt Kenseth is on the outside looking in. Bowman is now the last car in the playoffs, and as I mentioned previously, Bubba still riding that top 30 spot to make the playoffs. So anyway, the next race is Kentucky Speedway, another, rest in peace track, at least for now. And I will see you next time for the Quaker State 400.